So I recently read a book called Flow by Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi. So he is a psychologist who did some extensive research on the psychological state of flow. So what is flow? So we've all been in this state where we feel like we're getting things done, we're quite productive, and it almost feels kind of automatic. So we're not thinking about anything else, we're quite focused, we're paying attention, and this is called the psychological state of flow. So this book goes into some extensive research on how people get into the state of flow and can we get into this state on demand. So he came up with 9 different steps to get into the state of flow, and that's what I'm going to go through in today's video. When we're in a state of flow, there's clear goals in every step of the way. So usually when we go about our day at home or at work and we're not in a state of flow, it's because there aren't any clear goals and we don't exactly know what to do next. So there isn't a clear path from A to B. When we are in a state of flow, there is a clear path from A to B. And the example that he uses in this is a musician and a rock climber. So a musician knows exactly what note to play next. So they plan the music first before they play it. A rock climber knows exactly which move to make next. So he plans out how he's going to climb the mountain, then he climbs. And there's a clear step from A to B. And when a musician is playing his notes and when a rock climber is climbing, they're in the zone or they're in the state of flow. And they're not thinking about anything else, they're really focused and they're paying attention. So you have to have clear goals in every step of the way. The second step is to have immediate feedbacks to your actions. So again, he uses the examples of a rock climber and a musician. When a musician is playing his notes, he can hear the music that he's playing. When a rock climber is climbing, he knows immediately if it was the right move or the wrong move. So usually when we're not in the state of flow, we don't have this immediate feedback. We only get the feedback usually minutes from now or hours from now, sometimes even days from now. So we don't have that immediate reward or the immediate feedback that we need. So you need to set up your actions in a way that you can get the feedback immediately. The third step is to find a balance between your challenges and your skills. So if your challenges are too high, then you're going to get quite overwhelmed. And if your challenges are too low, then you're going to be drowned in boredom. So you have to find a balance between your challenges and your skills. And the example that he uses in this is a tennis match. So let's say you're playing against a player that is quite experienced, and you're not going to be able to develop your tennis skills if the challenge is too high. And if you're playing against someone that is inexperienced, then you're also not going to be able to develop your skills. You have to find a balance of someone that has the same level of experience as you, so you can actually take one step at a time to develop your skills. So this is the same thing in relationships and in work. You have to find a balance between your challenges and your skills. The fourth step is to combine your actions and your awareness. So in our usual tasks, let's say you're a student at school, you might not be paying attention to the teacher. If you're cleaning the house, you might be thinking about something else, about what to make for dinner while you're cleaning the house. So this is when you're not in the state of flow. When you're in the state of flow, whatever action you're taking, you are completely aware of it. So you're fully focused in what you're doing. You're not thinking about anything else. You are paying attention and you are focused. And the reason why you're focused is because of the immediate feedback. So that was the second step. So if the immediate feedback is not there, then the awareness is also not there. So you might be taking some action, but you're not aware of it. So you have to take action and you have to get immediate feedback, then only the awareness will come. The fifth step is to exclude all distractions from your consciousness. So this isn't distractions from your surroundings, it's distractions from your consciousness. So when we're not in the state of flow, we're usually thinking about the past or the future. And when we are in flow, we're thinking about the present moment. So when a musician is playing his notes and he's thinking about something else, he's probably going to play the wrong note. When a surgeon is performing surgery and he's thinking about the past or the future, he's going to put his patient's life in danger. So you have to be immersed in the present moment in order to be in the state of flow. Number 6, there is no fear of failure. So this kind of goes back to the third step, which is to find a balance between your challenges and your skills. So when you find this balance, there is no worry of failure because your challenges don't overwhelm your skills. So even if you go through something chaotic, you'll be confident knowing that you'll come out of it on the other end without failing. So in order to get rid of the fear of failure, you have to find a balance between your challenges and your skills. Number 7, self-consciousness disappears. So when you're in the state of flow, you're not thinking about your own ego. So when you're not thinking about your own ego, your self-consciousness will disappear. Your self-consciousness is there to protect your own ego because you're aware of your own imperfections. And that's what this first circle shows. So it's clearly an imperfect circle. And this is when you're not in the state of flow. So when you are in the state of flow, your imperfections aren't going to disappear, but your self-consciousness is going to disappear because it's engulfed by another bigger perfect circle, and that is the flow. So that's what happens when you get into the state of flow and your self-consciousness and your ego disappears. Number 8, your sense of time will become distorted. So you've probably noticed when you're quite productive and you're getting things done, time moves really fast, and that means you're in the state of flow. So I'm going to quote the author right here. He says, "Clock time no longer marks equal lengths of experience time. Our sense of how much time passes depends on what we're doing." So depending on what you're doing, and if you're enjoying what you're doing, that time is going to go faster. So when you're in this state of flow, time will go fast. And when you're not in the state of flow, time will feel like it's going slow. And finally, the action becomes autotelic. So it's running on autopilot. So if you combine all past of the 8 steps into action, it all becomes autotelic. So he says that originally you might be scared of doing something and you're not in the state of flow at that point. But when you keep repeating it, eventually you will get some immediate feedback, or you'll learn how to get immediate feedback from it, and that action will become autotelic. So he says that most things that we do in life are actually exotelic. So exotelic means we're doing it for some goal at the end of it. So we might be doing it for money, or we might be doing it for our own ego. So he says that a musician might be playing music for the praise or the claps at the end of the music, or a surgeon might be performing surgery for the good money. So this is when you're not in the state of flow. When you're in the state of flow, you are enjoying the journey more than the destination. So that is the 9th and final step to make it all autotelic. So if you like these types of videos, make sure you hit that like button. It really helps this channel grow. And if you want me to make any other book reviews or any other design videos, then make sure you comment down below. And if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you do, because I come out with videos like this weekly, and I'm planning to put out more videos. And make sure you also follow me on Instagram and on Twitter. I'll leave a link to them in the description below. And I'll see you in the next video.